Nothing is worse than feeling discouraged after you have put so much time, effort, and energy into one specific thing. Today, I lost it. I was supposed to record another video today, but that did not happen. And now I'm recording this one, which is fine. I feel really discouraged right now because I've spent so much time, effort, energy into my YouTube videos, but they're just not popping off. And it feels so frustrating when you put so much time and effort and energy into something. Oh my god. And it just doesn't work. So this morning I was actually supposed to record a whole nother. Why am I crying? This is how frustrated I am. So back to it. This morning I was supposed to record a whole nother video. Actually, funny enough, a video about confidence with my book, Enrolling in Confidence. It was supposed to be a whole video about how to stop being insecure, how to be more confident, how to be yourself, how to put yourself out there, okay? So I had this whole thing planned out, and I started to really work on how I speak to the camera, my communication, and I was starting to analyze a lot of my video of why my videos haven't been going viral. And as I was starting to practice the video I was about to record, I started to feel so discouraged to a point where I started to question whether or not it was even worth still putting out YouTube videos and putting out videos week after week, trying to see if anything was going to pop off. And I'm sure you can relate to this, especially when you want something that's so important to you and you put so much time and effort and energy, but then it just doesn't work out. But through the midst of basically my meltdown this morning of getting very discouraged, and honestly, I still feel a little discouraged. I just had lunch because it's 2 o'clock now, and I literally started to try to record this morning at 10 or 11, and now it's 2 o'clock, and I still hadn't recorded anything up until now. I was having a conversation with Andy, and I started to think about when most people want something really big in their life, especially when it's a dream, when it's a vision, whether it's a business, a brand, honestly, anything, and it feels so far-fetched. The reason why we feel so discouraged, especially in the beginning, is because we don't necessarily know how to show up as that way, how to show up as that person. Now, I've been creating videos for almost close to 5-10 years now on social media. So me being in front of the camera, it's natural to me, but YouTube, it's a whole different ballgame. Okay, you have to know your thumbnails, you need to know your hooks, you need to know your titles, you need to know your cadence and your pitch and your language and your communication and the words, and you have to talk in a 5th grade level. There's so much that goes into creating a YouTube video that can get really frustrating, and that's what happened to me this morning. And honestly, I probably just started to feel better as I hit record on this video. But when you feel so discouraged, you have to remember the thing that you want it for a reason. The reason why you are trying so hard, the reason why you every single day when you wake up, you think about this dream, this vision, this goal, this even brand new version of you, is because you're actually meant to do it. If it was easy to actually get the result, we wouldn't be so grateful of the journey. Everybody would be doing exactly what it is that we want to. Everybody would be making tons of money on social media. Everybody would be making such a big impact with their videos and with their content. But in the midst of your breakdown, you want to remember one very important thing. Why did you even start this in the first place? For me, every single time I go through a mental breakdown, or I go through a moment, or even a day, even a week of, feeling bad about myself, not feeling like I'm good enough, feeling like everything that I'm putting out is just not working. Any single time I feel that way, I think about, why am I even sitting here still recording this video? Why did I choose to sit here and record this for you? And it is because the reason why I even started in the first place is because there is someone out there who needs to hear my story, who needs to hear my message. Maybe you're watching this, you're like, oh my goodness, I also want to be a YouTuber, or I also want to create a brand on social media, and I don't feel confident on camera. Or maybe it's something completely different. Maybe you want to move out of your home state, or you want to get in a relationship, but you have this this fear, or maybe you are trying so hard, but it's still not working the way that you want to. I want you to remember, and I want you to know this is part of it. This is why the thing that you want is so important to you, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't you wouldn't be even feeling discouraged. You wouldn't care at all whatsoever. The reason why I feel this way is because I care so much. And for me, it really is the biggest reframe, because if I didn't care, I would just record whatever and just slap it on social media and slap it on YouTube. And to be honest, probably the first year of me doing YouTube, that's what I did. I was like, okay, I just need to create videos and I just need to create content, and then all of a sudden I'll go viral. But obviously that did not happen. On my other social media channels, on Instagram, TikTok, easy, I've gone viral on there. But on YouTube, it's different, and it's a different ballgame. But specifically this video, I needed to record this for you, because I want my brand to be so raw, so real, so vulnerable, that people truly see me as a person. They see me as an individual. They don't see some fake person on social media. And it's honestly like the biggest coincidence of how I was supposed to record a video this morning on confidence, how to be confident. It was like the 10 habits of how to be confident. Trust me, I'm still going to be recording it. It's still going to be up on my channel soon, just not today, but soon. But the fact that I felt so unconfident right before it, and the fact that I still did not feel up to par to actually recording it, but now I'm recording something else, I'm so proud of actually doing it. And the reason why I didn't record it wasn't because I didn't know what to say, or I didn't feel like I wasn't necessarily good enough, but it was because I was trying to practice my camera presence. I was trying to be even better than what I have done. And I've spoken on TEDx stage twice. I've been on all the news channels. I've built a 6-figure business. I've spoken on multiple stages all around the country. So you would think me, I'm the most confident person ever, because I have done all of these things. I'm the most comfortable person speaking, but there is still another level that I can get to. And if you're like me, you understand, because sometimes you can be really hard on yourself. Sometimes you can critique yourself so much and you can get so discouraged so easily. But I need you to remember, the reason why you're doing what it is that you're doing is because it is meant for you, is because there is someone out there that actually needs your help. It is because you're trying to better your life. My entire brand, my entire vision is to help women change their destinies, one woman, one step at a time. Because there has been so many people in my life where I have seen them try but then stop, because they didn't get what they wanted right away. But imagine if you actually stayed consistent. Like I actually saw this video on YouTube. I can't remember the creator's name. I think her name is Dea, and she talked about the dip. And right before you go up, right before you actually get the result, there's a huge dip. It's kind of like this. It goes like you're on a high, it goes down, and then you're down here for a little bit, and then it goes back up. Down here, the dip, that is usually where people give up, and that is where you stop. And in some way, shape, or form, I feel like I'm in the dip right now. Some of my videos are doing well, some of them are not. Sometimes I feel amazing, sometimes I feel really discouraged. But I know and I understand, as I continue to practice, as I continue to show up, even though it's not perfect, even though I know I'll stutter, I'll mess up, maybe I'll start to cry like what I did earlier in this video. Even though I know I'm gonna do it, I'm still gonna go back up. I know that dip, it's not going to be here forever. It's only here for a little bit. And as I go through that dip, then I'm going to pop up. All of a sudden, I'm going to get what I want. All of a sudden, a video is going to love. All of a sudden, you're going to meet the love of your life. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, I need you to understand this. If you're feeling discouraged, you are on the right path. Like, it is part of the process. And I'm making this video for you just as much as I'm making it for me, because I also need to really remember this, especially right now in this moment when I had honestly a really shitty day and I could have not recorded anything. And honestly, that's what I used to. I would give up. I would just be like, okay, I'm just not going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. And honestly, I could have done it tomorrow. I could have recorded this video tomorrow, not recorded at all. But I'm like, okay, there is you watching, and I know you are the person who really needs it. But this is the main thing I want you to take away from this video, is you want to turn that discouragement into anger and transmute that into power. Because the biggest like influencers, celebrities, role models that you look up to, they created their life not out of comfort, not out of fear, not out of discouragement, but they actually created it out of pain and out of anger. They got so frustrated to a point where they're like, fuck this. Like, I'm so sick and I'm so tired of being at the same spot over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of doing the same narcissistic men. I'm so sick and tired of always having $0 in my bank account. You want to transmute that pain into power. You want to show up even more than before, because like what I just said, the dip, it is not forever. It is only for a little bit. And once you get over that dip, you're going to look back today, on this day. I know I'm going to look back. Right before I recorded this, Andy was telling me, we're going to look back on this day and we're going to be so proud of ourselves, of powering through it and showing up even though it was frustrating, even though it was probably not the best day, but in the midst of that, I feel like it was everything. Because not only did it allow me to learn certain things about myself, about is showing up on camera, about recording, but it really reminded me that I can honestly just be myself on camera. I can be myself on videos. I don't have to act a different person. I don't have to be a different person. I can just show up as me. And for me, I think that's what was missing the entire time. So if I didn't have this day, if I didn't have the discouragement, if I didn't have the breakdown, I probably would have still recorded the video this morning, but it probably wouldn't have been the best as I could have done it. But yes, you still will be seeing that specific video on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But I really wanted this video to speak to you. So if you are feeling discouraged, like how I felt honestly all day, just know that is part of the process, but you can transmute that discouragement into pain. You can transmute that into pain and then turn it into power. I want you to use that fire to get through the dip, because the dip, once again, it is not forever. Just like me, you're gonna look back on your discouragement and you're gonna be so freaking proud of yourself that you kept going, that you did not quit, that you did not go back to your old self. You are going to feel so grateful, so thankful that you showed up for yourself, and now you're in a completely different place. You're in a completely different environment. You are the best version of yourself. I love you so much. Honestly, this is probably the most vulnerable video I have ever posted. So please let me know in the comments. Make me feel better if this helped you. Subscribe, because like what I said earlier, my channel is about helping you, is about helping every single woman become their best selves, become so unforgettable, help them remember who they are before life made them forget. And I want you to know, no matter how strong, no matter how independent, no matter how big you see other people on social media, they still go through exactly what you go through. So until my next video, make sure that you stay unforgettable.